guys, are we live? Welcome everybody. Welcome to the grand Milava Malka that we were waiting for so long. Actually in this hall, in this room. And I would like to welcome all the listeners, all the viewers, all different websites, wherever you are. We're happy to have you join us live. It really took a lot to get to this hall. I'm happy to introduce yearly Fitche Zemiros. Thank you so much for coming. Yearly Fitche. Organization that helps out people in this kind of matzah. They're in prison or they're in jail.
La 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 Notzach, Didan 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 Notzach,
Wow, wow. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, all the listeners. Okay, so I actually just plugged out of the main system here, so this whole lav market that's going on is not going to hear me talking. Where's my reverb? Okay, here we are. So, I know. So, first of all, welcome all our listeners. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yoli, tell us what it took to come to this place.
Oh,
You're on.
I had one address, another address, this address, that address. Like 5 minutes before I came, I finally figured out where to go.
It's crazy because we actually ran around following the Rabashkin family. Every minute the plans were changed. The truth is, I think 3 days ago there was no plan.
Not at all.
Here we go. Hold on a second. I just want to raise your volume. Okay, we're on.
This was as spontaneous as Shalomot's release.
Yeah. Azevet Mashiach coming, guys. This is how it is going to be when Mashiach comes. Mashiach doesn't warn us. The truth is, we've been warned for many, many years. And we're waiting already for so many years. But when it happens in 1 second. You know, this week's Parsha, Yosef just revealed himself to his brothers. In 1 second before, they thought they were in such a gullus. They're thinking, how could they get away? They started to threaten. And in 1 second, Mashiach was in the room already. Their Geula was in the room. Yosef Atzadik just had to say, I'm here, I'm Yosef. And this is really, really a big Geula for everybody. And that's what's really amazing about this. Just a quick thought. It says in Perek Lamed Beis in Tanya, which is the heart of Tanya, it says that all neshamas of all the Yidden, it's really one. And that's why Avech HaLukolonu, we're all brothers. That's why Ahavas Yisrael, whoever is more in tune to their neshama has more Ahavas Yisrael. So for many years, for the whole Gullus, you know, a lot of times when something bad happens, all Klal Yisrael, we get united. And once in a while, something good happens. Whenever there's a shake in the core, Hashem tests us and shakes. All of a sudden, you feel that we're all brothers, we're all one. If it's a tzara, we all feel that it's one. But this is amazing because here Hashem tested us through a big simcha. And that's the lesson of this day, that we have to be mishtatif in somebody else's simcha like it's our simcha. And that's what we see everybody dancing on the streets. When you see such a giloy of Avas Yisrael, that means that Hashem, Shechina, rests by the Yidden. You see Shechina begilay. That means that Shechina is in Golos when we don't feel our neshama. The Geula is when we feel our neshama, when we feel we're all one and we're all mishtatif in somebody else's simcha, then that means that the Shechina is begilay. We feel our neshama, and that's l'mayla me'ateva. That's what's so special. Yeah, sure. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put on the main system back again. We're gonna have our focus back onto the wonderful Malav Malka that's going on here. This Malav Malka is actually exclusive. Okay, here we go. Sorry. This is the first time we're doing this Kumzitz live at an event, so if you hear these squeaking, you know it's really live. Okay, let's do a song. Guys, if you have any requests, feel well more, you could always send them in. I'm more than happy to play them.
Amavet il by goy des lechor Chatoy saynim lechor Zarayni v'chaspayni yarbe kachol V'chakoy chuvim I'll do it, man. I look like I go, man. Oh, my soul, my so boy, back out, Gosu kehatu boy al khatu vayavoy tamoy keyoemes boy ki yavoy veyashmiru baloylo Kachoymen Zlachno Al Kalvu Choymen Yoim Yoim Yabi Yoimen Lailu Lailu Amavet il by goy des lechor Chatoy saynim lechor Zarayni v'chaspayni yarbe kachol V'chakoy chuvim aloylu Shkila mitzaleh Yaakov kachoymer zlachno al kalvu Zaraini v'chasvaini Yar be'achol V'chako echovi Malo Elul
Yeah. Guys, well,
Vamos ver for viewers.
Oh, the sound of the wood is pakak. Hoeveel viewers?
Loli. 200 viewers. 200. Better go up.
Je hebt namelijk de key. Zeg het de key. Agite van. Zit die hoog? Haal dan indrukken. Haal dan indrukken.
okay, Chevra, we're about to start the program. Guys, excuse for the fact that we have this dead space. This is actually a live, amazing Malava Malka. And you should know, this is what Shalom Mordechai is so amazing about, because I actually played for a few Malava Malkas for Shalom Mordechai way back. Go back about 12, 13 years ago. And you guys also sang, you guys actually went to, you guys went to visit him. This is amazing. Okay, are you ready to start?
Yeah.
No, you can stand over here, wherever you are.
Agit Tavach. You got this? Didan Notzach. Didan Notzach is a famous Lubavitch Pisgam. But here we have a room full of Klal Yisrael. Satmar. Next to Reb Shulamotche is sitting my grandfather, who was one of the closest people to the Satmar. But tonight we dance together Didan Notzach. Didan Notzach is a medrash. Vayikra Rabba, the medrash says that there was a tzure and a shtut, and there was a chusad eichel Reb Yossi, and after the yeshia he said we should stay together and shout, Didan Notzach, we won. Burech she'echiyuni v'kiyamuni v'giyuni lazman hazeh. Klal Yisroel. We have in this week's parsha, Yosef HaTzadik is telling his brothers, Va'atem chashavtem ulai ro. They all meant to break us. They all meant bad. Their intentions were bad. Va'alekim chashuva l'toiva. It was all l'toiva. We see the Kiddush Hashem, Burech HaMekadash Shmoi B'Rabim. Reb Shlomo has become the biggest superstar in generations. Yidden from all parts of Klal Yisrael are like running in the streets and dancing. The biggest Kiddush Hashem came out of this. Helekim chashuva l'toiva. We can't say it was worth it. It's not for me to say. We'll hear Reb Shlomo soon. But all the shtadlunas, all the pain that the Chushav Askunim went through, it was all worth it for the tremendous Kiddush Hashem and Kedusha that we see now. This Malav Amalk is the Siddur Sedu of the Rabashkin family. They asked us, Askunei Edroi, to arrange it and invited all the Chushav Askunim that didn't sleep for years and didn't stop. And Reb Shlomo's great Amineh Betochen. We all see, every child knows Aleph Bayis Gimel. Who knows? Kids, Aleph Bayis Gimel. Amineh Betochen Geula. This will be one of the most quoted Werter in the last long time. Amineh Betochen Geula. All the Askunim who didn't lose their Amineh, their Betochen, now we celebrate together the Geula. Tonight is the Haschulas Ksiva Sefer Torah. We're starting to write the Sefer Torah. Va'ato kizvi luchem es hashira hazois. We want to take this shira, this amazing feelings that's going on, the Simcha, the Kiddush Hashem, and start with this feeling, a new Sefer Torah. And this Sefer Torah will be used by Eden who are in prison. And this Sefer Torah will be a Eides, a Mishmeres for the Gewaldige Yeshia, and a Chizik for the other Yidden that Kroivu Yeshiusi Lovoi. The jails are still full with other Yidden and other people who are there unjust. And Shlomo is just the beginning. We hope that all Yidden who need Yeshias, all Yidden trapped in jails and in hospitals, and wherever they are, should Bekurev celebrate their Gewaldige Yeshias Hashem Bekurev.
Okay, Chevra, we're going to do another song. Chevra, this next niggin is a niggin that this is already a minhag by the Rabashkin family. That every Motzi Shabbos, this is the song, this is the niggin that we sing. So feel free to join in.
Gite vach mit bruche hatzluche Yeshias refies naches in chaim Freilich la mit dem Shabbos begleiten und greiten aside gushain Wenn sitzt mit dem Alkes is gura prach spät in der Nacht alle chayim im Macht Mit anin gut zufrieden, es wird dort in Nacht verbracht. Fratig sie nach, kein die geheim fin Schil seinen Maluchen gekimen in See. Shabbos mit teure Getwille, a bissele neinte zum Beure gewein. In jetzt gibt de Woche nahem Jahr, Zurück zu der Geld, zurück zu der Welt. Man darf auf ein Koyach beikommen, als was auf Göttlichkeit verstellt. Al tiro adi Yaakov, vi willen alle oben ashri gatoy. De Woch is der Fahr, geben ins Char. Aufmachen heilig, als was ist leidig, sie machen in den kleinen Welt. Al dir lo is burech a heilige Zelt, de Shabbos igai, no mishtaye grai. Tun wirst men darf im freilichen Rein, wenn der Shabbos gibt sie gein an neuem Leben. Alle prinzen sich o schein, sei groß, sei klein, der Kompass wird bei jeder ein an neue Streben. An neue Neschume, es kommt sie gein, die Woche ist noch viel mit Verdruss. Kim Shabbos koide, bis die Balle Bus, wie am Melech Azoi, in der Malke die Freude. Mit euch gefühlen kämen doch vielen, der Chilik vielen geht mit den Goy. Mir hat da zehn, sei jeden Kind, die Scheinkeit finde ich auch ne bin ein. Oh, der Waschefe freit sich mit dem, der Paar, wenn der Schabbos geht weg. Lass mir nicht schon, mir bestellt in den Weg, mir beza noch du, etliche Schuh, mir macht dir Aside, mach Udem, Gurgite, ist dies wie dem Lave Malke, mit Kimmen Zigein, du mit Mischiche, koi zu alle, es kommt schon in die Schuh, alle Jui wird in Zog, Mashiach ist du, in Tage, wenn Mashiach wird sein, wenn die ganze Welt das Shabbos liegt fein, gieß mir rein, a bissele Wein, L'chaim agit, im Wach soll ihn sein.
Can we have a solo here?
Who would believe we have the Baal Simcha, the Chasana Simcha, and he's going to talk a few words. He's going to sing a song.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Whoever parked here in the front, right at the front of the door, should please move their cars. You'll be summoned and your car will be towed. Please go down and move your car. Thank you. Right here in the front, next to the door. Whoever parked in the front, please move your car. Thank you.
Okay, we have a winner. We have a winner. I said we have a winner.
Good luck, everybody. What does that mean? My sister.
Shalom says this is not competition, but it is.
I sat 8 years. Good luck, everybody. Stay in, stay here, stay in, stay here. I want to say to everybody, I'm Heidel Hashem Kitekim Chazdai. Thank you, Hashem Yisbarach, for enabling me to come to this beautiful Mav Malka. If you only saw me at my Mav Malka last week, where it was and how it was, you understand the tremendous joy and thanks that I have to the Eibishter, myself, my whole family included. And I want to begin with a song before we get into talking. I want to begin with a song that we always sing after Havdalah. And my sister Gutel, my older sister Gutel, she is one of the leaders of our family, and she asked me to
Yeah. And she asked me to sing the song for her. I used to call her up at the Shabbos and sing the song to her. Baruch Hashem, by us Mav Malka is a very big a mitzvah we do every week with great joy. We prepare the table and we do the Mav Malka and we sing the song. Actually, there's some Bachrim from wherever the place is. You want to come up over here for the song? Yeah, he doesn't know you? David Elian Zalmi, do you know the song? Huh? Okay, I'll say, go, David, come. Okay, good, here you are, come. Okay, who's coming in? Coming in, okay, one, two.
We have a new choir here. Chevre.
The Bachar from Yeshiva used to come to our house. And a gute Woche mit Bracha. Freila, lom mit dem Shabbos Baglet. Ach, ich ach, mit einem so viel. Na, kein Digger, Hefe, schon sein.
Seinem Balochen gekommen und sehen Schabes mit Teure in Fülle, a bissel Nächte zum Beure gewinnt. Jetzt kommt der Woche nach dem Jahr zurück zu der Geld,
Zurück zu deiner
Welt, mit der Woche kann es sein.
Als was auf
Göttlichkeit verstellt. Al Miro auf die Jakob,
en alle hoben a Shavu.
Geben uns Gott.
Ich mach ihn heilig, als was ist leidig zu machen.
Adir lo yisborach heilige Zell.
The Shabbos in geht, nur mischt in Grey. Und was man darf und freilich erhebt. Oi!
Der Schabbos wird zu gehen an neuen Leben.
Hey, alle Putzen sind verschehen, sei groß und sei klein. Der Körper sei jeden Weg, an neues Leben.
Anayene Schombe, es kommt zu gehen.
Woche ist noch voll mit Verdruss. Komm Shabbos heute bist du alle wohl. Ja Melech Hazoi, in der Malke die Freu.
Mit hohe
Gefühlen kommen,
kommen doch viele.
Der Glück binnen geht mit den Goy. Men hat da ziehen, sei jeder Kind. Die Schenkeit von dem,
der Chachma von dem.
euch der Bashefe
Freitag mit dem, der Farben
Der Schabbos geht da weg. Lass mir nicht auf der verstellt weg. Mit Pesach noch da.
etliche schon.
Aber macht dir das und mein Gott in Golgotha. Zu uns wenn wir da mal gehen.
Kommen zu gehen, da bin ich
Gott sei Dank, jetzt kommt schon der Schau. Jo, wird du sagen, Mashiach ist da. Und sagen, wenn Mashiach wird sein, wird der ganze Woche sein, ja, bis nicht fein. A bisschen Wein, Lechaim, a gute Woche soll sein. What? One more song. This song is for me. You know the song, Atata bist du. We all have a loving father. David himself is every Yid's loving father. And David, the Baal Shem Tov says, Hashem said that Abish loves every single Jew as a father loves a child, a son born to him in his old age. And Hashem's love was infinite. Hashem took me out from a place called prison and brought me to my family, and I want to sing the song. Atata Bishno God HaGetrayeh Man Lieb Shabzu Is doch ein Mishayeh Noch mehr von dem Sagt der Heilige Baal Shem Al Yaderi is by dir Amen Yahid Gesetz in deinem bei dein Tisch verschickt seinen Golus in der Finsternis. Hoi kommen mit deine Kinderlach beten bei dir. Hoi Yahweh, Morachim Aleinu. Hoi deine Yahweh bringt noch die Gewalt hat er you. I will sing, I will is not given. With the land and the Hamel is that. I will sing as I go, I know Shuv Chatziyah. Bang, bang, shine on the Gaia, on sein Krein. Bechayai Machakelai, werde kein nicht mehr. Bring uns Mashiach ben David. Und Hakebal, weil didn't kommen im Beis Mikdash Echad. Jedem Shabbos und der Schweine, Shabbos wohnen hoch. Dein Beniglock mit Hashem, alle Linnen, mit der Schaffes, und nehmen jeden in den Fahren an. Mit Hashem, winkt in den unheilig Land. I got to fall, Geist und Klein, wird verloren gehen. Zusammen kommen, wenn wir Lein Shoshen, Abasachim in Yerushalayim in Simcha, in Freid, bis in Bete Welt Genoyas, hey, noi, no Thank you.
There's no words. This question is no words. Here we go. Yeah. You're going to speak now?
We're starting I think we'll do the Safator. Also the Safator.
One song first?
Song? One song.
We'd like to ask the women, please, to sit on the women's side, the men back onto the men's side. We're going to continue with the program. We're going to have some more music in just a few minutes.
This is a security notice. Anybody has a car parked downstairs in front, please move it. It's a bike lane and you're on the wrong way. Anybody has a car parked outside in the front, please move your car. You're in a bike lane and you're parked the wrong way. They're going to give tickets and they're going to tow. Again, anybody has a car parked outside, please move your car. Thank you.
We have the Schia tonight to start a new Sefer Torah. La'ainai kol Yisruel bereishes. These days, Reb Shlomotzach is La'ainai kol Yisruel. And it's the right time to start a new Sefer Torah. This Sefer Torah is going to be a Segula and a Zechus. It will be in the Orisville or in other jails. And let's hope it will not be used for too long because we want to see Bekurav Yelusam Shal Yisruel. Reb Shlomotzach and my Chushav Zayda, the Nusi of the Roir, Arav Tzadik, Rebbe Froim Stein, Avdik Faltishan, and other Chushav Askunan will start the Sefer Torah and write a few letters. And we hope all the partners, all Klal Yisrael will partner in this, and this will be a new, great chizik and help for Yidden, Anasinim, Batsuru, and Bashivyo.
Guys, we're doing stuff here on the spot, so please bear with us.
Yatu oy kiz vilochem es ashiru azoy ve'lameta es b'nai Yisruel Yatu oy kiz vilochem Es ashiru azoy ve'lamta es b'nai Yisruel Yatu oy kiz vilochem Es ashiru azoy ve'lameta es b'nai Yisruel ve'yatu oy kiz vilochem es ashiru azoy ve'lamta es b'nai Yisruel oy toiru aktoishu ischaneni bevakushu menai tzigina ratzmigdishu oy 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 toiru aktoishu ischaneni bevakushu ischaneni oy bevakushu oy toiru aktoishu ischaneni bevakushu menai tzigina ratzmigdishu oy 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 toiru aktoishu ischaneni bevakushu ischaneni oy bevakushu ויעטו אוי כיס ולוחם Es ashiru azor Ve'lameda es b'nai Yisroel Ve'yatu oy kiz v'lochem Es ashiru azor Ve'lamda es b'nai Yisroel Oy toiru akdoisho Ischaneni bevakusho B'nai tziginarat migdisho Oy 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 Toiru akdoisho Ischaneni bevakusho Ischaneni oy bevakusho Oy toiru akdoisho Ischaneni bevakusho B'nai tziginarat migdisho Oy 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 Toiru akdoisho Ischaneni bevakusho Ischaneni oy bevakusho
Guys, if you have any comments, those who are watching this on all the websites, if you have any comments about the sound or anything, feel free to send us, because I have no idea what's going on. Usually we do this in our studio, yearly, so over there I could control everything, and I know what's going on. But here we're a traveling band, so
It's better this way, isn't it?
yeah. I couldn't figure a better place to do it this week. The truth is, I ran after the Rabashkins. First, I went to the Borough Park. I went all over. I knew they're going to make a Malava Malka, so we ended up in this place. I can't say where this hall is, but it's not in Borough Park. They're going to write the Sefer Torah in just a few minutes. They're going to start. Oh, yeah, they're writing already? Show the video. Show the video. You showed? Okay, so I'm going to steal a few minutes of this show and talk about us for a minute, like I usually do in our Kumzitz. Just going to put up Ivan so you can actually hear. So, Hever, you want to introduce yourselves?
Zemiros group.
Who wants to know what your names are?
Everybody knows.
2 minutes.
Yoli Palachek? You have a name?
Who's Yoli Palachek?
Beryl Karpen, Dovi Hirsch.
Yodi Friedrich.
First of all, thank you guys all for coming. We saw each other actually last Motzei Shabbos by Avram Fried's concert. That's how we decided to do the Kumzitz this week. And what's really, really impressive is Didan Notzach is that we had no idea where we're going to be this following week. We didn't know where it's going to be. Let's do another song. Another Chabatske. Tzoma? Okay, he's good.
What more appropriate than a Chabad song, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna get up dancing as soon as we hit the key.
You want to have a hora? You want to have a... Yeah?
Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi. Koma, 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 koma lecha besori. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi. Koma, 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 koma lecha besori. Ay, 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 di-da-da-da. La-da-da-la-la, di-da-da-da. La-da-da-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, di-da-da-da. Ay, 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 di-da-da-da. La-da-da-la-la, di-da-da-da. La-da-da-la-la-la-la-la-la, di-da-da-da. Tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi. Koma, 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 koma lecha besori. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi. Koma, 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 koma lecha besori. Ay, 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 di-da-da-dum. La-da-da-la-la, di-da-da-dum. La-da-da-la-la-la-la-la-la, di-da-da-da. Di-da-da-da-da, di-da-da-dum. La-da-da-la-la, di-da-da-dum. La-da-da-la-la-la-la-la-la, di-da-da-da. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi. Koma, 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 koma lecha besori. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi. Koma, 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 koma lecha besori. Ay, 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 di-da-da-dum. La-da-da-la-la, di-da-da-dum. La-da-da-la-la-la-la-la-la, di-da-da-da. Ashreinu, 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 Ma'adoi Elkeinu. Ashreinu, Ashreinu, Ma'adoi Elkeinu. Ashreinu, 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 Ma'adoi Elkeinu. Ashreinu, Ashreinu, Ma'adoi Elkeinu. Oh, Manoim, Goydaleinu. Oh, my Yofa, Yofa Yerushalayinu. 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 Yerushalayinu. Umanoim, Goydaleinu. Yafa, Yafa Yerushalayinu. Umanoim, Goydaleinu. Yafa, Yafa Yerushalayinu. Umanoim, Goydaleinu. Yafa, Yafa Yerushalayinu. ay, 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 יכול לרחמה חדה ישקל לסמי כי לא יכול לרחמה אוי חדה ישקל לסמי כי לא יכול לרחמה אוי חדה ישקל לסמי כי לא יכול לרחמה חדה ישקל לסמי כי לא יכול לרחמה Hashem kilesami Kilo echol dirachma Chada 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 Hashem kilesami Kilo echol dirachma Hashem kilesami Kilacholi Rama Chada Hashem kilesami Kiloi choli 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 Rama Hashem kilesami Kilo echol lirachma Chada Hashem kilesami Kilo echol lirachma Kindly ask all the ladies to go behind the mechitza. Please, all the ladies behind the mechitza. Thank you. Next announcement, Max D. Another cup, man.
We got another important message here.
Oh, I'm terrible at this. Whoever is parked on the front, please move your car. It's a bike lane and you're parked the wrong way. There are still 2 cars left. Whoever is parked in the front, please move your car. There are 2 cars left. Thank you. I hope I'm good. On this side, in front, right in front of this side.
Okay, Chevre. It's not on there. It's not on the main system, is it? Doesn't matter.
in the
Okay,
house?
here we are. Okay, I'm going to ask you, Yaeli. First of all, thank you very much for coming. We're about to close our show. But I just want to talk a little about this, about the program. First of all, you said,
If you have anything to say and to add,
Yeah,
or to
you
ask,
guys could all-
or to
could
tell
all
our
join in
viewers,
the talk.
please feel free.
I'm fine.
It's about us all.
so first of all, this group have actually went to Shalom Mordechai before in jail. How many times did you guys
We
visit?
were there twice,
Wow.
and I was there once without them, just with Avremel.
Wow. You guys had the whole band there, whole music?
Once we had a whole, twice we had a whole band.
No.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah,
Twice.
yeah.
What is it like getting the whole band into that place?
The whole experience was so weird to me. You go into, you have to wait, you have to sign in like a week
Yeah.
before, and they have to approve. And you have to get all the equipment through a conveyor belt. Everything checked. The security is crazy. Once you get into there, everything is so quiet, so confined, and it's scary actually, very scary. And you come in and you see these prisoners in green clothes, and you're afraid to go to take a step further. You're afraid to talk to anyone. They come over to you and they embrace you.
Testing.
And obviously, they feel very special that you came all the way out to be machaya them. Forget about when we met Shalom Mordechai. We thought that we're coming to be machaya Shalom Mordechai. We're going to sing for him. He was the happiest man in the entire room. I mean, we're talking about a room full of goyim, full of Yidden.
We were so upset and he was happy, so he made
Yeah,
us
we were
happy.
sad. We were so
You
overtaken.
felt like you don't have enough, work to do.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how. Are we going to do good enough? You know, or are we going to be able to make him happy? We came in and he was laughing, making tumble sauces and dancing, and it was amazing.
It's funny because, it says about Yosef HaTzadik, when he saw the Sarah Tabochim and the Sarah the first thing he said, "Lama panechem zefim," like, why today you're sad? Because every day he probably made them happy. One day after it didn't work, he said something's got to be wrong. What's going on? Oh, we had a dream. I got some Maisa. But that's what really was special, and that's what Chabad. We're taught that wherever we are, and that's in general what a Yid is. We're here in this world for a reason. This is our shlichus. This is our thing. This is what we got to do, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make light to the whole world. Agit tavach aleh. Thank you for all the listeners. Thank you for COL.
Thank you. It was a
For
pleasure.
all the websites that are showing this Kikar Shabbat, we have, gosh, I'm forgetting Yeshiva World, Vasis Nayas, Tidbits. We have a lot of stuff going on.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay,
It's amazing.
show. Back to the show.
We're going to hear now a few
You can leave it
words
on.
from Harav Rabbi Yeshua Balkani, Svugge with Rabbi Shalom Mordechai. Harav Rabbi Yeshua Balkani, the Svugger of the Baal HaNez, the Baal HaSimcha, will come up to speak a few words.
I want to say a good tavach and a special yasher koyach to the Askonim of Dror that they are a tofeach al menas lahatfiach and that they are misameach so many neshamas who in a time of need are there, and tonight is just a continuation of the a continuation of their beautiful work. And the Eibusha should help you that you should be able to be matzliach with our Chovas Hadas in your Avodas HaKodesh. Lady,
Hello? Excuse me, if we could please have some quiet. Rabbi Yeshua Balkany is a hero of this story and deserves respect. Please, everyone, give your utmost attention.
Thank you, Reb Yaakov. I'm no hero. The real hero, I first want to mention also that the Satmar Rebbe called me in to discuss an Inyan around 4 weeks ago. I spent an hour with him, and the first thing I said to him was, Yasher Koyach, your oilam stepped forward to the task, belev uvenefesh. I first want to say that the heroine of this event tonight with our Tayere, Chosheва, wonderful Shvager Shalom Mordechai is his daughter, Rosa Hindi. There is a Gevir in Crown Heights that Rosa Hindi, 12 o'clock at night, took her baby to him to ask for money and asked for $150,000. She asked him if he would be one of 10 to give 15,000. And he gave her the whole 150 because he said, when I saw the face of this wonderful Eishes Chayil of Rabbi Yaakov, the daughter of Shalom Mordechai, coming to me with a baby in her arms, I had to give the full amount. And I want you to know, she always wanted to be behind the scenes. But if I came tonight just to acknowledge the beautiful dignity and the tznius, but the forcefulness with her last drop of koiches every single day, Rosa Hindi, you're a star, and we are so proud of you. So Rosa Hindi was working here, Lamata. I want to mention my mother-in-law, let her be well, Mrs. Rabashkin, who is not here tonight, but she comes to our house every single day. We live just a block away from my in-laws. And every time she came, the first thing she said, that the Rebbe said from Shalom Mordechai's Geula, that will usher in the ultimate Geula. So she was Lamala, and her emunah. You know, everyone says that Shalom Mordechai has such beautiful, pure emunah, and it's true. When I came into the family, he was 9 years old, and I can tell you that his conviction and his Ibergegebenkeit was non-wavering ever when he was in yeshiva, whatever he had to do. He got it from his parents. It didn't just happen. And his mother is also a heroine because she sat and said the whole Tillim twice every single day, beginning with Shalom Mordechai and ending with Shalom Mordechai. The third and the last one I want to mention is when the story just began, I received a call from Postville. And there was a very famous Rebbe who traveled to Postville, and he met with the prosecutors, and he came back to Shalom Mordechai and says, you have to take the 15-year plea. And in 15 years, you'll be out. So I received a call from the family, from there. What do you think we should do? I said, I'm going to call the Tzaddik of Eretz Yisrael, the Amshinover Rebbe, and we're going to hear what he's going to do. The problem was it was Monday, and he doesn't make Havdalah until Tuesday. But when it's Pikuach Nefesh, they put the phone on speaker, and he answers. And he said, Chas v'shalom, to take the plea. He'll end up in jail, but it will never be anything near that amount of years. We want to thank the Amshnover Rebbe called me Wednesday night when we were dancing in my father-in-law's house. He called me to say, by him, his hour is day and night. There's no day, there's no night. He called me to say Mazel Tov, and I said, on behalf of the family, we want to thank the Rebbe for his Iber Gegebenkeit and for his advice and his brachas and his answers, his typical answer, Rebbe, ich bin nicht kein Rebbe. So we want to thank them. And to you, Shalom Mordechai, we waited for this day, and just like the Baal Shem Tov went Motzoi Shabbos to the villager to see why everything in heaven was being answered, what was so special about this villager? And he got there and he said, tell me your whole life story. And he started and told him. So the Baal Shem Tov stood up at the end and said, I don't see anything special. Show me what you daven. So he pulled out his siddur and he said, I'll tell you, I'm a villager. My father taught me how to read, but he never told me what I have to say. So every day I take the siddur and I start from the beginning and I say it to the end. Which means every day he said Kiddush Levana, he said Birchas Nesuin and Birchas everything. I'm almost done. And the Baal Shem Tov said, you don't have to say everything, I'll put markers in for you. He put the markers in and he left. And the Yid took the siddur and put it in the closet and slammed the door. It fell and all the markers came out. So the Baal Shem, he said the Baal Shem, he didn't know it was the Baal Shem, it was a Yid. He said he was so patient to put it in, I'm going to go run after him, maybe he'll do it again. And he caught up to him. The Baal Shem Tov was 50 feet ahead by a lake. And he took out a handkerchief and put it on the water and stepped on the handkerchief and it ferried him across the water. So when the Yid got there, he never in his life, he lived in that village the whole time, he never went across the water. So when he got there, he saw what the Baal Shem Tov did. He took out his handkerchief and he put it on the water. And lo and behold, it took him across the water. So he came up to the Baal Shem Tov and he said that you were kind enough to put the markers in and by mistake it came out. Would you take another 5 minutes and put them back in? So the Baal Shem Tov looked at him and said, how did you get here? He said, you mean across the water? I saw you took your handkerchief and I did the same thing. The Baal Shem Tov said to him, and Rav Zevin brings this Maisa, if that's how you got here, just continue davening the way you've davened till now. So I want to say to you, that Lamala min Ateva Shalom Mordechai, you should be zoichet to in nachas and in gesund and harchavas hadas. When I went to visit Berger in the place you weren't in Disneyland in the camp. And I had a taste. Berger said to me, Rabbi Paul, can he do me a favor? Say over a B'nai Yissaschar. So I told him over a vort. Nebuch, this Berger died he was from Square, one of the Square Hasidim. He died in that prison. And if you think, you all see Shalom Mordechai, his emunah, his smile, his hadras panim, you have no idea what he had to live through every single day. The Rabbanu Shalom is going to pay you, Shalom Mordechai. You made a Kiddush Hashem for the entire world. Our love to you.
Pudo bashula im nafshi mikrovli ki berabim hoyu imudi. Der erste Mensch, was hat zusammengenommen mit der Koiche Raben, a emesdige Schliech hat Zulam in Hashemayim, Hamalach, Hamashia, was hat nicht aufgegeben, kein Minute, jeden einzigen Tag in Stillerheit von Maichoirei Apargoit. In der Mischpuche fehlt so viel Akkuris a Teuf, wenn sie will, soll raufkommen, reden ein paar Wörter. Der Chussewe, Asken, Araber, Rabbi Joel Schwarz.
Gute Woche. Ich bin nicht kein Redner. Ich habe keinmal nicht geredet und nirgends nicht beraben. Aber wenn sie gekommen waren, hat man getan anything, was hat sich ausgefehlt, da viele gehen reden in Wiesnitz oder in Satmar, Sachen, was ich mir nicht gewöhnt gewohnt, noch pushet. Weil, whatever it takes, herauszunehmen auf Schulamatche, ist pushet, sie passt also, als, so sagen ein paar Wörter, ich bin nicht kein Baldarschen, ich habe ihn gesehen, 2 Wochen zurück, ich gestanden dort, ein Wort für den Bluser Reicher, ein Ben von Heiligen Rebbe Meilich, ein größer Mekir Batzanzer Ruf, ein größer Poel Ischias. Man hat gesehen beim Tchias Amaisem, hat man gesehen beim größer Sachen. Sucht ein Wort, fragt bei Yosef Atzadik, fragt man sieht, man kijkt daran in der Parche, sieht man, als Yosef Atzadik, hat koidem poiser Chulem gewähnt von Sarah Maschkem. Und nachdem hat gesucht von Sarah Maschkem, sollst mir gedenken. Der Geure ist sehr schwer. Sie macht das Sache mehr Sens. Also setzt sich auf mit Sarah Maschkem und sucht von Sarah Maschkem. Ich kenne den poiser Chulem sein, aber die müssen mit Zizung die Geist mich ausleisen. Wo hat koidem poiser Chulem gewähnt von Sarah Maschkem? Und nachdem hat ihm gesucht, soll ihm gedenken. Das ist der erste Kasche, was fragt. Zweite Kasche fragt wie kommt es Tage zu Yosef Atzadik, soll anlegen, soll suchen von der Sarah Maschkem, der Sarah Maschkem soll ihm ausleisen, sich verlassen auf ein Goy. Man sieht in der Gemurre, also viele einen, wem der Goy am Ziege sucht, als man geht dann befreien, tun wir nicht echt noch um den Korben peisig, weil man kann sie nicht gleiben, PM Schaf. In wo hat Yosef Atzadik gegleibt, dass ihm noch ein bringt am Medrisch, und der Medrisch schreibt auch aus Yosef Atzadik, als Ascha ist, als Punel Rehuvem, sei Yosef, bis Chies von dem, was gesucht von der Sarah Maschkem, ist nicht Teusef geworden, 2 Jahre. Ich höre von Pusik, seht doch aus verkehrt, wie kommt da der Medisch an reden? Ist ein Masber so, sucht, als nehmt es Yosef Atzadik, hat sich auf Sarah Maschkem bechlanisch verlost. In dieser gewähnt ist 7 Faust, den Poiser Chulem gewähnt. Nur hat Meure gehabt, der Sarah Maschkem, mit Wehren, was sich Meure dich begudel, als kom, kennt sein Voraus, der Chaloimus, sie geht mit ihm allein geschehen. Hat dich weer mooi dich begudel. Hat gesucht von Sarah Maschkem, so wissen Sarah Maschkem, die Meister, die bist ein größer Mensch, als gesehen der Achulem Fadem. Der ganze Sibbe von uns dies gesehen der Achulem Fadem ist nur wegen dem, was geht kimmer hat tuk, was man geht dich sichern, die Geist darf bringen von Paro, ja gitten Poiser Chulem. Ich gedei dies als Wissen für gitten Poiser Chulem, hat man dir gewissen. Aber bei ihm bist du ein Pusheter Goy, was ich kenne ich gut ist. Und hat ihm angesucht den Puhnen mal an. Von dem hat sich gesucht vor dem. Hat ihm gesucht, nach dem hat gesucht, dass du der ganze Masse, Yosef Atzadik hat sich nicht gefühlt. Sucht der Medrisch, als Yosef Atzadik hat nur gehabt, als er so herangesucht von Sarah Maschkem, als die 2 Jahre, wo er gesitzt länger, sucht als sie gewählt an der Usoi, als gekannt hat, herangesucht von Sarah Maschkem, und gesucht von Sarah Maschkem, die wirst mich nicht befreien, die wirst mich nicht wollen befreien, wenn die wirst mich befreien, das auch, weil ich schon kann bereiten, was ich mich nicht rauslassen. Aber getracht sie mir, habe schon mal gepflegt, als Chasern, pflegt als Zugang. Adunu, taste von euch und meine, Adunu, usches Eizes lenegdi. Hat gesucht, als die ganze Sache kommen, nicht von der Kurz, nicht von allen Sachen, soll mich nicht herauslassen, nur wenn es schon sagt, es ist eine Schimmsache, alles hat gehen in der Saat, dann muss man mich herauslassen. Sie kijkt ein bisschen los, als schon mal hat auf viele Masken, wenn man kijkt jetzt zurück, soll da noch ein paar Jahre zu wasen, die Gevre, soll sie schreiben auf 45 Page, wie sie reject die ganze Masse, noch damit kommen die hier. Noch einmal geredet, also mit man sehen hat auf dem Weg, man tracht daran, ich kann noch viele nicht zusammenklauben, der Hund kann sich nicht zusammenklauben, pushet, und sind wir noch genommen von der ganzen Sache. Aber man tracht daran, Sie gekommen dort zu der Court, mit zerteilte Charges. Haben der Baschkenloers gebeten, ins Wilmer, als Koidim soll gehen, der Migration. Und noch soll sein der Financial. Sie gekommen, sie gesagt, nein, Koidim mit sein der Financial, noch mit sein der Migration. Steht sich noch der Financial, haben sie gedrabt der Migration. Kijkt jetzt zurück, aber der Dreibsch ist ein Koil Juchel, aber alles liegt dich daran in der Teve. Wenn Gas wir schon mal gewählt, gefunden guilty of high illegal immigrants. Unser amerikaner Präsident klagt die Scheine, wir werden gefunden schuldig auf einen, wir sagen, high illegal immigrants. Und sei gegangen, so haben gesucht, wenn wir da wegwerfen das. Wenn wir nehmen Financial. Und noch wenn wir nehmen Financial, haben wir gesagt, es fehlt schon die Chance. Ich komme her, etwas auch gerickt. Und beglaal, man kijkt daran, man sieht, man kijkt daran und man sieht, der amerikaner Präsident hat geschrieben, am soll rauslassen, ob schon Mostger Baschken, schreibt dort zum Ende, with all possible speed. With all possible speed, die erste Gelegenheit, der Worden hat mal reingehabt, hat ihm gesagt, ihm schon heran in Office, weil der Präsident hat gesagt, man müssen mal rausnehmen. Ins weiß man, der amerikaner Präsident fahre befreit an Menschen. Viele, wenn macht schon up, soll befreien. Geht zu den Menschen, die nehmen kämpfen. Der Twiese fragt sich noch, wieso ist die Aufführung von der Mensch? Wir können ihm trosten, soll rausgehen. Viele, sie kommt ihm. Hat sich gefragt, man kann trosten, soll rausgehen. Man sieht, Obama hat befreit, dass Menschen ist alle Sachen, was geschrieben hat, Puche durch Marim, hat werden befreit. Einer werden befreit April und einer werden befreit June. Du hat mir gesagt, man soll mal rauslassen. Das Bescheid ist, dass wenn ich gefragt habe, man kann schon mal rauslassen. In draußen haben sie mir gesagt, be assured, dass der Mensch ist kein Danger, nicht für keinem. Aber viele sind gewesen, berichtet, dort in der alle Nayes, haben wir getroffen in der Plant, alle meine Drugs, mit alle meine Geveren, mit also mit dem Mol, haben sie beschuldigt. Aber wenn sie gekommen nach rauszulassen, haben sie gemisst, Alkarcha, Moide sein, ist kein Danger für keinem. Wir können mal rauslassen mit all possible speed. Und nicht nur das, nur mit Recht daran, der habe ich uns getan, an Teufel, wenn leider damals, wenn der mit herangelegt, schon mal noch der Guilty Verdict, hat sie gesagt, right away herangehen. Es gekommen der amerikaner Präsident, Seele immer sehen, er gesagt, right away herausgehen. Als du mal herangelegt, right away, sollst du mal rausnehmen, right away, nimm ihn schön heraus, warte nicht auf Gunisch. Versteht sich allein, als die Presse, sie kicken jetzt zurück, sie sehen die Stash of Documents, der Präsident hat herausgelegt, sie kicken zu sich, sie trachten bei sich, sie gewähnen du 6-7 Jahre, jeden Tag hat der zweite Congressman geschickt Letters, hat sich übergedreht der Welt, 100 Legal Scholars haben geschrieben, es ist manchmal gefährlich, wo der geht vor. Wie sind wir ins gewähnt? Wir sind weniger geworden, nice. Ich meine, jeder kann agreeen, ich kann wo die political affiliations sind. Also sie sind gewähnt busy mit Fake News. Fake News. In der Zeit, wo sie sind gewähnt busy mit allen Stissen. Sie sind gewähnt Jiden, was von der Welt was schaffen geworden. Sie haben gearbeitet, da rauszunehmen, die haben schon Motche. Und von allen Seiten haben Menschen zu geholfen. Das ist der real News, was sie vorgegangen in den letzten paar Jahren. So, ich will noch Pusche bedanken. Ich will bedanken Pusche der Jiden. Der Sarah geht der Zeit zu bedanken, weil bei uns die Sache hat sich doch angefangen bei Malava Malke. Und sie haben gesessen bei Malava Malke, die alle 5 Jiden zusammen. Sie haben gesessen dort und sie gewähnt die Woche für die Bescheile Kerestierer. Und sie haben gemacht am Malke für die Bescheile. Sie haben später gehört, dass ich schon mal gepflegt jede Woche sitzen in Postville und machen am Malke dort. In Besmeiderschach des Israel. Ist gewesen, Sarah geht da bei Itoi, als der Yeshia hat sich angefangen zu weben, sie sitzen dort und finden wie ein Gelad, Rabbi Reisman, mit Rabbi Hirsch, mit Rabbi Sofer, und ich habe auch gehabt, dass ich hier zusammen dort, und sie gewesen dort, sie haben gesitzen dort, Rabbi Shimon und Nitzki, ist gewesen dort in Iowa, zusammen mit Mr. Baschken, Takabamel auf dem Malke, und sie haben verzeiht, dass sie sitzen bei Jid, wo sie es gewähnt haben, als Zeduke, wie Geist hat ausgeteilt $Millionen für Zeduke. Und Rabbi Lefkirch sitzen dort mit Rabbi Shimon Nitzki. Und sie haben uns verzeiht, Kiko und Jid, wo sie sitzen dort, so über immer malen. Und haben gewissen Pictures, wie so die Hose ausgesehen, sie haben sich nicht gekannt, glaube ich, bei Jid, ein Gewirr. Es hat gehabt $Millionen, eine riesige Plant in der Hose, gewesen ein Pusche der Hose, und wo sie geht als durch. Und ich habe geleint fahren dem, als mit dem gecharged mit 9.700 Counts. Ich habe manchmal gekannt bleiben, wenn man googelt 9.000 Counts, hat man nicht treffen noch einen in ganz Amerika, was sie geworden gecharged mit 9.000 Counts. Hab schon mal der einzigste. Das hat man gecharged mit 9.000 Counts. Geht's haben wir damals sich herumgesetzt und gesehen, wo es kann man dorthin. Hat man uns gesucht, dass du ein Jid, was heißt Pinchas Lipschitz, ist busy, auszuschreiben von der ganzen Welt, da die Legionen mit den Schekuren, was geht als vor. Wir sollen rüberfuhren zu der Pinchas Lipschitz in der Heim, wir sollen sehen, was wir kommen hin. Und dort sind wir rübergefahren, und haben sich zusammengenommen, Baruch Hashem, und haben gemacht am Sibbe in Monroe, und haben geredet ein bisschen auf kaltem Wasser. Wir kommen ein Tag an Kohl von Jossel Weissmann. Jossel Weissmann hat gehört auf kaltem Wasser, der Avlos ist begangen und ging auf Schulamotche. Hat gesucht, kalt mich heran, Schimmel sucht mir, als Jossel Weissmann will mir der sehr wichtig reden, kalt mich um, Mama ist keine schlafen bei Nacht. Gehört, was geht davor, man muss etwas sehen zu tun. Nehme noch 2 Shit vom Sahner, ich will lesen mit der Motche wieder. Sucht mir, man geht helfen, man muss helfen. Geht schon, ein paar Tage später ist gewesen, am Sibbe bei Nachameier dort in der Heim, zusammengenommen dort, das schönste von Monsi, größte Gewirren, sie haben alle gebringt Geld, jeden Tag aber Horowitz auch gewesen, am Sibbe dort, gemacht am Sibbe, in gewesen Monner am Sibbe, und noch gewesen Monsi, ich gewesen am Sibbe, in Azoi, hat sich es gedreht, in Baruch Hashem. Wir sind umgekommen, du zum heutigen Tag, wie wir gehen mal auf ein Schäfer von dort, von Neibischten, es hat uns gegeben, dass ich hier zu helfen als Ayid. Und ich darf nicht allein vorstellen, ob schon Motche, jeder einer weiß, jeder einer kennt, jeder hat schon eine Gelegenheit. Ich will noch verzeihen, ich pflege einmal gehen, ob schon Motche, visiten und wiesen. Hat mir einmal Mrs. Rabaschken gesucht, also ob schon Motche schon durch ein paar Jahre. Es ist sehr schwer mit Essen und Wiesen. Es ist Sachen, was man warm tun in Maike. Wenn man kommt, nicht kann Gitter nicht trischen. Fühlt, dass nicht... Man soll einfach verschaffen, Vegetables, frische Vegetables soll man verschaffen. Heranlegen in der Maschine pushen, schon Motche soll können essen, etwas an normale Essen. Wir gehen dort in die Organisation. Ich habe sie gebeten, aber man soll sehen, es soll sein frische Vegetables. Tage gewähnt, mit der Angelegt, wir gehen visiten Sintig. Haben wir gekauft Vegetables, haben gemacht als Vegetables, Pepper, mit Pickel, mit Dus. Trickene Vegetables. So geht ein Dip, das geht dort in der Saaten, wo sie kommt zu essen, die Vegetables. Und ich gebe auf Schulamatche die Vegetables, ich lege sie mal rup, und ich sehe, wie er die Vegetables, und der Dip toucht den nicht. Und so, ja, der trickene Vegetables, haben gesagt, no, das denkt man auch mit Dip, sie kommt, das isst man nicht plain. Sucht mir auf Schulamatche, ja, ich frage ihm noch einmal, empfiehlt mir nicht. Ich sage ihm, etwas geht davor, da müssen wir sagen. Sucht mir, die Gemüse sucht, durch Zurich Tibbel, darf man Maske trillen, man darf sich waschen in der Hand. Und von dem wascht man sich peisig bei Nacht. Wascht man sich die Hand, weil man geht antiken in der Karpas. In Instimmer ist es ja ganz gut, peisig bei Nacht. Ist der Heuben, wascht man sich die Hand. Hab schon mal geführt sich auf ein ganzes Jahr, also wie peisig bei Nacht. Von dem ist jetzt befreit geworden, also wie peisig bei Nacht. Der Eibische soll helfen in dem. Die ganze Reulem soll kommen, soll man eure sein, so viel Jiden haben getan. Ich bin sicher, wenn man die ganze Zeit, ich gechillig wie so viel Jiden. Ich suche für ihn mit seiner Hand, eine Tat hat eine Stimme mit 10 Kindern. Und alle 10 Kinder setzen sich auf mit den Taten, sie suchen von den Taten, ins Bett mit dich, hat das aus die Tien. Ich suche als Schimmtaten, was sie refusen. Sie du a Litwischer, mit a Chassidischer, mit versteht sich, lass mich nicht vergessen, du, von Gary Apfel, auch der Chassidischer, alle Minen von alle Saaten, in Lebabisch, man setzt sich zusammen, und man sucht von Taten in den Himmel, man darf dem Jid herauslassen, there's no way about it, als die Taten sagen, nein, in Baruch Hashem, der Eibischer geholfen, sind wir du, der Eibischer geben Koech von jedem einen, so meures an der Gille, Klules, muss wir ausgeleist werden, beim Heil und bei meine und mein.
Rabbi Yoel demand with all possible speed. Ich meine, das ist in Chabad wird es ungeriefen Teike für Meyad Mamash. Mamash da all possible speed. We're going to call upon a great hero, the lawyer Gary, Reb Chaim Yosef Absfeld, who had a minna betochen, and now he sees the Geila. A minna betochen Geila, that's the team. Gary.
Good Vach, everybody. Baruch Shechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. I keep thinking that I never doubted we would see this day, and I still can't believe it. Chaste Hashem. I actually tonight want to limit my statements and what I'm going to say to Hakaras HaTov, my personal Hakaras HaTov that I have in connection with the nace of the commutation of Shalom Mordechai Rabashkin's sentence. As I said to you, Shalom Mordechai, when I spoke to you in the warden's office after I got the call from the White House that the president had commuted your sentence, I have no words to describe how much I love you, and I have no words to describe the Hakaras HaTov I have to the Kadosh Baruch Hu for allowing me to be involved in this tremendous, tremendous davarship b'kedusha. But tonight is actually a very special occasion, because tonight we're celebrating with the people who really made this happen. And I have spoken to almost all of you. I've met quite a few of you. And I actually like to start by asking for mechila if I ever said anything where I was being stubborn about something or just pushing you harder than you might have wanted to have been pushed. It was all Hashem Shemaim. It was all so that we could enjoy this beautiful day and beautiful night tonight with Shalom Mordechai home with his family. I got to meet and got to know so many amazing people in this experience. I learned something that I really didn't know. I learned that there is a group of Askanim, Jewish Askanim, who spend day and night operating under the radar, silently, without any recognition, without any knowledge, because if they had the recognition, they wouldn't be effective, fighting the battles of Klal Yisrael. And those of you here tonight, you know who you are, and I want to express on behalf of all of Klal Yisrael, my Hakaras HaTov to all of you, for all that you do for Klal Yisrael in general, and specifically for Shalom Mordechai in achieving this great result. I have such Hakaras HaTov for all the time. For almost 4.5 years, Baruch Hashem, we were able to have almost every week a 2-hour legal call and numerous visits in Otisville. And I must let you in on a little secret. Shalom Rabashkin is a Talmid Chacham, a Yireh Shemayim, and if you ever have an opportunity to have him speak to you about Shar HaBitachon, you should take advantage of it. But frankly, all you have to do is observe him, because he's a walking, living Shar HaBitachon. But as a lawyer, I must also tell you, he's a dream of a client. A dream of a client. The hours that we spent, hours and hours, on preparing the papers and ferreting out the facts and learning about the case. And Shalom Mordechai was, times I used to say to him, what law school did you go to? He's a dream of a client. He listens. He digests. We may have come to something with a slightly different view when we start, but we always reached an agreement. And Shal Mordechai, I thank you for making that part of my job so easy. And finally, I want to share with you the reason and the only reason that Shal Mordechai is home tonight. And that reason is because B'nai Yisrael, Mi Ka'amcha Yisrael Gai Echad Ba'aretz, B'nai Yisrael davened, was misasek, raised money, made brachas from left to right across the spectrum with such achdus. And there's no doubt that the Kadosh Baruch Hu heard all of those tefillas and brachas and said, B'nai b'chayri atem. And therefore, he made this tremendous nace. So I will end where I started with tremendous hakaras hatov to the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and we thank you so much for bringing back our dear brother Shalom Mordechai. Mazel tov.
I'm going to have the honor to listen to a few words of Achushev Shvuger of Reb Shalom Mordechai, Harav Reb Lippe Brennan, who was very involved in, together with Roise, he fought, and Baruch Hashem, now he is zoiche to kol komisha mit star zoiche veroya b'simchusa. Reb Lippe.
I get the l'chaim. B'yoli at Friya Geret, he spoke earlier and he said he wasn't a speaker. But after hearing what B'yoli had to say, he's a wonderful speaker. I'm not a speaker, so you'll forgive me. Baruch Matir Asurim. Every single day, from the time that I became involved with Shalom Mordechai, and the truth is, I never knew, he introduced me as a shraga. I'm not a shraga, I'm a friend. I never knew Shalom Mordechai before this whole case. In one of the hats that I carry, I organize the Kinnis HaShluchim every year by the Shluchim. And one year, years ago, Shalom Mordechai was a shliach, and he came to the Kinnis. His name was on the list, along with all the other shluchim. That's as much as I knew him. But then I was asked to get involved, and as was mentioned before, that the person that asked me to get involved was Rosa Hinder. The tzaddikus Rosa Hinder. If Rabbi Balkany said it before, it can't be said enough. Wegen Rebbetzin and Leah, we're not going to talk about. That's something which is lamaila. But I pounded the streets. I pounded the bungalow colonies together with Rosa Hinder 1 year, the next year, and we went and we raised, and whatever we raised, it wasn't enough, and she kept on telling me it wasn't enough, and we had to go raise more, and over the years, between everybody, we're here tonight. There's a lot of people, all the people over here, the Askanim. And one of the interesting things is that I know by face, some of you know by me also, but there are so many, hundreds and hundreds of people who were involved in the Askanas, and no one knew who the other one was. Everybody was just doing it, because that's what had to be done. And the chiddush of this whole operation, the chiddush of this whole thing, is the Ahavas Yisrael and Achdus Yisrael that we witnessed. We were Eidim Mamish to the Achdus Yisrael over the past years. We're talking about 8 years, and Subislach. The Achdus Yisrael, I don't believe that in our lifetime, and in the past century or more, there was ever a time where Klal Yisrael was united behind one inyan the way it is today. The tzara is given a tzara for Klal Yisrael, And the simcha is a simcha for Klal Yisrael. It's 3 days later. It's 3 days later that we heard the Basura, and the truth is, I don't know Vima Estes. I don't know what to say. The Hegeshim are all over the place. It happened Behesach Adas, Keheref Ayin, and Agav, this is how Mashiach is going to come. When Mashiach comes, you're going to be in your business, you're going to be in the car, and you're going to get a WhatsApp. Mashiach is here. I got a WhatsApp. Shalom Matcha's out. I got a text. Shalom Matcha. I got a phone call. I got a phone call from the Novominsker Rebbe, who was one of the early Admoirim. As we know, every single week, Penny Lifshitz put in a full-page ad in the Yated for years and years, raising money. And that ad had a letter from the Novominsker Rebbe from Tov Shin Ayin. That letter was Tov Shin Ayin. And he wrote that letter, and then we went together, and we took signatures from other people, and and Penny used it, and along with many, many other ways of fundraising. This is one of the ones. And I got a phone call. And the Rebbe said, Lippe, komm schnell, darf man sagen, l'chaim. And he said, hast du gehört? Shalom Matcha is befreit. I said, Rebbe, wart 5 minutes. We've been through this already. It's not the first time we've heard these things. And I hadn't heard it from anybody that I trusted at that point. In 3 minutes, I had a text, I had a Doz, I had a Jens. And I called up Penny Lifshitz. Who can I call up? I called up Rebbetzin Leah. Phone was, who knows where the phone was. I called Rosa Hinder, the phone, who knows where. I called Penny Lifshitz, and he said, yes, it's true. And I called back the Rebbe right away. Is mir gegangen, mir gesagt l'chaim. The Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, when he would verbring, many, many times he would say, Ubechein. What is the Maisa B'Poil? What is the Ubechein from what we witnessed at a certain time, any time? What is the Bechein? What is the Maisa B'Poil that needs to come out from such a tragic time and from such a time of Achdus Yisrael? Sie gewinnen Lubavitch und sie gewinnen Chasatmer und sie gewinnen alle Chassidim und sie gewinnen alle Litwische, die Rosh Hashivas from Lakewood, the ganze Welt. I have a nephew in England. He called me up on Thursday morning and he said, you won't believe this. He went to shul in the morning, and Ishkalabavitcher, he went to shul, a mamish a Nusach Ashkenaz Nebuch, a Nusach Ashkenaz shul. Could you believe there are some left in the world today? A Nusach Ashkenaz shul. Okay. And he said, a guy came in to shul today, and he brought with Lekach, Umbronfen, Mashke, and he said, say L'chaim. And they said to him, what's L'chaim? Shalom Matcha. And this has no shaykhs to any of the askanas or anything. A yid feels for another yid. So what has to happen over here, what has to come out, the do Amal Ava Malka, and there'll be a Sefer Torah for Klal Yisrael. I'm sure there's going to be rallies, and a major rally, I hope also. I don't have the answer, but something has to, this Achdus Yisrael, this Avos Yisrael, zwischen Yidden was kennen sich und zwischen Yidden was kennen sich nicht, but they joined by this concept of Shalom Matcha. They're joined by the concept of the Pnimius, of the Nekudas HaYadus, the Nekudas HaNeshama, von ein Yid zum Zweiten. That has to be maintained, that has to be continued, and it can be continued in all different ways. Yidden dürfen sitzen zusammen, Streimelech, Kippas Ruga, whatever it is. We can't lose this momentum. Oh, the Rebbe to helfen that we're here tonight. Every Motzei Shabbos, I would wait for Shalom Matcha's email. I wasn't allowed to visit for whatever the reason. We tried. I was blacklisted. They wouldn't let me in. One time I smuggled in to a Fabrengen, Yitzis Kislev, and that was it. They wouldn't let me in, but I was able to email. In his emails, and I'll finish with this, there were two things that struck me in his emails all of these years. And you can imagine there were thousands of emails to everybody. There were 2 points that he always said. He always referred to where he was. He said always it's in a place that's called prison. He never said he was in jail. He never said he was in prison. He was in a place that was called prison because he never allowed himself to be recognized and to feel that he was in a prison. And when he would end his emails, he would say that it's ungewünschen that he should have a geula prati and Klal Yisrael should have a geula klali. He could have finished the geula prati for himself. That's all. But the geula prati was always together with the geula klali. And so we have first the geula prati, of der Eibishter helfen, so alle gehen zusammen, Yerushalayim, Kodesh, und der Geula Klolis, Bekarev Mamish Mamish. A gute Woche.
We're going to hear a few words, the Vurim Shabbalayv, from Rav Reb Maya Simcha, Rabashkin, the Shliach of the Rebbe, in Uniyankton, New York.
A gute Woche, a gute Woche. Typically, Getzel is the one who speaks on behalf of the family and my father, but he's been so busy that I think his speaking fees have just gone to, so I'm the fill-in. Okay, so from a very, very young age, in our family, one of the most fondest memories that we have as a family is sitting together Matzoi Shabbos, no matter what happened, no matter if it was in Minnesota or Postville or later in Muncie. Malava Malka was always something on a personal level, obviously, that Pashit brought our family together. Our father was very makpid, and with a lot of joy, this was his night, if you will. So it's beautiful to be able to spend tonight as a family, personally, and then with our extended family that have become really family over the last 8, 9, 10 years, to celebrate with you a night that really always is reserved for family. I can't start without thanking 2 or 3 people. First of all, we all heard from Yoeli Schwartz, and all of the Askanim. There's really no words to thank the hours and the timeless effort and energy and heart and Mesiras Nefesh. And there's really no words to thank them. They taught me a tremendous lesson in Avas Yisrael, one that I really strive to emulate every single day. It may be ironic what I'm going to share with you. It's a little bit personal. I don't think I've ever shared this publicly before. But my wife and I got married in 2008. Right? We got married in Adar Aleph 2008, which is a very short time, a few short months before the beginning of this whole parsha. We got married in Montreal. We lived in Montreal, and I was in Koilel for about a month and a half. And then obviously we were on the next flight to Postville, and the rest, as they say, is history. Once the story shifted from Iowa to Muncie, my wife and I, who were really, like the rest of the family, so invested and so involved and so, it was all hands on deck. So we moved to Muncie with my mother, and once things kind of started settling down, we finally got to sit down and have a conversation that most young couples have, Shana to Shana. What are we going to do with the rest of our lives? Most Chabad Shluchim that move out on Shluchas move out pretty much within a first year or 2 of their marriage. And at this point, it was already 4, maybe 4.5 years after we had gotten married. And in experience, in life circumstances, it was a lot longer than 4.5 years. And we were already very well aware of the challenges that would face us, Pashit Begashmias, to maintain a Chabad house, especially we were going to move onto a college campus where there's very little funding. Beruchnius, to raise a family in a Ruchnislik Midbar, It's not easy. So when you're young and you're idealistic and you maybe aren't so aware, you haven't lost that idealism, the bren, the chayas and the geschmack in everything that we are and that what we do. Usually if you hit year 4 or 5, the odds kind of tank a little bit. And my wife and I were sitting and we were discussing the different options available to us. And I turned to my wife and I said, if Penny Lipschitz and his wife Chani this is the true story, and I say this with from the depths of my heart. I said, if Penny and Chani, who didn't grow up the same way that we grew up, they didn't grow up hearing 24 hours a day the Indian of Mesiras Nefesh for another Jew that you never met, the Indian of Mesiras Nefesh for Avos Yisrael, the Pisgamim of the Baal Shem Tov about a neshama coming down to the world for 70, 80 years just to do a teva for another Yid. And here's the man that went on Mesiras Nefesh. I don't think any of us realize how lonely of a battle it was before he was joined, as he used to call them, by the Yoelis. Before Yoeli Schwartz and Yoeli Seifer and everybody else, before they joined on, Penny fought a very lonely battle. Not just from within the outside world, but Yeshem from the inside of the Yiddish Welt as well. And I said, if such a man can have Avos Yisrael, how can I, a chassid of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who his whole life was about imbuing in his chassidim a love for another Jew, no matter what, no matter how can I turn down an opportunity to go and give my life, to live my life helping out another Jew? And really, Penny was the inspiration for my wife and I to move on shlichus. So, whoever had Penny Lipschitz helping to open a Chabad center in their, we call it in the betting pool, you win the raffle, you win the prize. But I really want to thank Penny and Chani on behalf of myself, my family, but really on the behalf of the hundreds and thousands of Jewish students that we have been able to introduce to the beauty of Yiddishkeit through living in Oneonta. Okay, that's really was a thank yous. I want to really, when I came up here to share a Maisa by a Malav Malka, we share a Maisa from Tzadikim. That's something in between dodging garlic heads at the Malav Malka. That's what we used to do. So my father would throw garlic, and we would hear a Maisa from the Baal Shem Tov or from another Tzadik. So I want to share with you a Maisa I think is very relevant, and you'll hear why on many levels. We're all familiar with the two brothers, the Reb Zusha and Melech. So the story goes that Reb Zusha and Melech were once traveling, and the Goyim haben sie gechapt. I think we're all familiar with the concept. They were grabbed by rogue forces, and they were thrown into jail for a very familiar crime. They were Jewish. Sitting in this holding cell, it was the two of them, these two tzaddikim, and a bunch of peasants, a bunch of goyim. Now the way the structure of the cell was set up was the bathroom. The Beis HaKisei was in the room. Obviously it smelled. Obviously it wasn't a mukim where Torah or Tefillah could be done. And they watched in horror as the day went by, and it started getting closer to the evening, and they still were sitting in the cell. So they turned to each other and they were wondering, how do we daven mincha? We can't daven mincha in such a place. And they started becoming very, very despondent, very sad. They weren't going to be able to daven mincha. And finally, one of them, I don't remember if it was Zusha to the Melech or to the Melech to the Zusha, but he said, we're right now in a place where the Eibishter, where Torah says we can't daven. Which means that the way Hashem wants us to serve Him right now is by not davening. Yeah, normally you daven mincha. But right now, the Eibishter put us in a situation where we don't have that option. So it must be that our avodah right now is to not daven. And we know that Medarv Dinan, the Eibishter b'simcha. You have to serve Hashem b'simcha. So they started dancing. What better? They're going to serve the Eibishter with joy. And they gechapt the utensil. They started dancing right in the middle of the cell. My father can attest that those that call themselves guards don't like it particularly when those under what they think is their control are joyful. They do everything they can to affect the opposite. So they hear people singing and dancing. They came running. Was is? So they ask, why are these two Jews dancing? And they said, we don't know. They're dancing and they're pointing at the toilet. And they're dancing. They seem to be very happy that the toilet's in the middle of the room. Well, so the guard says, we're going to show these Jews the toilet's making them happy. They went in the room and they took out the toilet, they took out the pail, whatever was there, and the Zusha and the Melech were able to daven mincha, obviously with the same joy. I think it's obvious why this story is apropos, why it fits on many, many, many levels. But I think, on behalf of my father and my family, after spending this amazing Shabbos together and being able to spend Shabbos with my father after over 400 Shabbosim since we spent Shabbos together, and being able to hear my father Farbring and speak words of Torah and Chizuk, and really, we had a beautiful classic wake up to my father. We came down Shabbos morning, standing there saying Tehillim, talking to someone, helping someone, and it was Machaya, it was beautiful. So obviously, thank you to the Eibishter. But I think that the message that we would like to share as a family is that we have to know that we don't get to control, we don't get to choose the situation into which we're put, and we have to remember that the Eibishter feared the Welt, the Eibishter chooses where we're going to be, and wherever we're going to be, we have a shlichus, we have a job that we have to fulfill, and that's exactly what we have to do. And we have to do it with a joy, and with the happiness, and with the betachin, that this is where we're meant to be, and in exactly this situation, we can turn over the world, we can be Poel Yeshua's Mekerev Aretz, and in Mirz Hashem, what did Yoeli say? What did it say? With all due, what was the Lashon? With all possible speed. So we should go with all possible speed from this Geula, and with all possible speed, this Achdus, which is unbelievable, should continue, and with all possible speed, Zal Zayin Shem, the Geula Mitzvah Shlema, the Geula Kol Yifakal Yisrael. While we're waiting, I want to thank also Gans Klal Yisrael. Yoeli, and I worked on a project together while everyone was out there soliciting major donors. Yoeli and I worked on a project we called the Shalom Across America, and then it went to Canada, and then Australia, and then Europe, and we ended up, the idea behind it was to gain to Klal Yisrael, Nishad Yisrael, nor Klal Yisrael, and to give each person in every city the opportunity. And together we were mamish able to accomplish tremendous things. So the real hero of this story is each and every one of you, everyone in Klal Yisrael, and thank you all. Thank you to Bensi for helping out, and Muncie, and we'll see you all later.
Ich werde jetzt hören, ein paar Divere Brüche, Mamisch Korz von meinen Seiten, Arabe Zadig, Abed Faldeshan, und noch damit sagen, Birch Samusen. Geht oder nicht?
One, two, one, two, one, two. Hey.
Teire Chushe wie Jiden, schwer auszudrücken, Akures Atoi, es ist schwer auszudrücken, die Gefühl, Regisch, was wir haben alle, was jedes jüdische Herz fühlt jetzt, in die Momenten, für Saat geschehen, der größere Nest beim Klal Yisruel. In so einem gehad, an Yom Tov Chaneke, wo wir gehad im Sos Chaneke, in der Sos Chaneke hat angeführt, in dem größten Nest heran. Chaneke hat angeführt, in Pirem heran. Und Pirem steht in Mordechai, lo yichra, lo yishtachve. In der Schule Matche, lo yichra, lo yishtach, wird gewiesen auf Weg für alle jüdische Kinder. Bechol Muchem Shem, als wo jemand nicht geräutet, wo es man nicht getan, wo es man nicht gesiegt, hinterzubringen und hinterzugruben. In Mordechai, lo yichra, lo yishtach, gesehen, als Sachmul in der Füße, gesessen mit dem Spuche, mit der Simche, gesessen mit der Chaskes, gesessen die ganze Spuche, und sie haben sich gefreut. Sie haben sich gefreut, weil sie haben gewiss, an der Tugend kommen. Sie haben sich gefreut, weil sie haben gewiss, an die alle Ebenen, was jüdische Kinder haben getan, die viele, was jüdische Kinder haben bis Paul gewähnt, haben sich zusammengekommen mit Sahne-Tfilis, die Tfilis von der Spuche, in so kleine Räuschen gewähnt, als in Himmel hat man Maker gewähnt, in Himmel hat man anerkannt, als sie kommen in die Moment, sie kommen in die Schuhe, muss man auf öffnen, die Teuren von der Füße in der Rausnehmen, bisschen Mordchen von der Füße, Zusammenspuche zurück. Will da rausdrücken, Regisch, von Akuris Atoiv, sie die alle mit unserem Spuche Dreuer, will da rausdrücken, Akuris Atoiv, sie die Bespuche von dem Schlimmorchen, Akuris Atoiv, sie alle mit Stadtfilm, wo sie haben sich hergegeben, und wo sie haben sie geholfen zu dem, an der soll kennen vorkommen. Jetzt haben wir jedes Jahr gehabt, am Sibbe, gehabt als Schabbos mit Bespuches, für die Asirem, und wir gehabt haben noch Malke, Moshe Shabbos, die Bespuche für den Schulmatche, bei die Messibbes noch Malke, haben sich ausgezeichnet, mit der Simche, mit der Hoffnung, mit dem Betuchen, mit der Zepierle, Geille Seidi. Emes bewahrt man auf der Emesse Geille, aber als ob es steht, ein Vater mit der Geil Seidi tun kommen, in 3 Tagen früher tun kommen, der Juhanduvi, und mit dem Wasser sahen die Geille, am Mashiach kommt. In seinem Greit, im Warmen schon, also du wie soll kommen, im Wasser sein, weil in Sommer schon die Psire Teube, genegen der Teube, genegen alle Chokren, wo sie haben gesagt, dass sie kennen sein, sie werden nicht sein. In Baruch Hashem haben wir solche gewähnt. Wenn wir solche gewähnt sind, dem Handlung, wenn wir solche gewähnt sind, dem Sibbe, wo es alle jüdische Kinder freuen sich zusammen, wenn wir solche gewähnt sind als Schabbos, wo die Mischbuch hat mitgemacht, wo sie nicht tun kann, Jid auf dem Kader und Uretz, wo sie hat sich nicht bestatten gewähnt in der Simche. Wir hoffen, wenn wir herausgewiesen von Taten im Himmel, also uns können sich beachten sein, jetzt sind wir herausgewiesen von Taten im Himmel, an der Klal Yisruel ist gereiht, mit Kabel zu sein, in der Mashiach sind keine, wo wir herausgewiesen, als er trug an die Hand, wenn es so mit Kabel gewähnt, den Puder, für den größten Eurech, was ist herausgekommen. Aber wir sind immer gereiht, auf Kabuns Benai Mashiach sind keine, wir sind immer gereiht, aber sollen mit Mashiach zusammen, gegen kein Mashiach, mit ihm zusammen, eure Regeln sind, sie in Schalaim, Ira Kodesh, im Binyan bei Samchire, im Heire, wie im Heide, Jumai.
Welche Samusen?
Benchen, fahren Benchen will ich noch einmal. Der Mann wegen der gewaltige Mitzvah von Ksiva Sefer Teure. It's the Sefer Teure that symbolizes Achtes. It's the Sefer Teure where the whole Klal Yisrael will participate and it will bring in Oir and Droir and Chedva to Yidden who need it the most. Agitavach.
I just want to say a big Yasher Koyach to Dror. A big round of applause to Yoel Mendowitz, Yoel Labin, Rabbi Israel, everyone for arranging this beautiful Malava Malka. Thank you so, so much. Especially Yoel Mendowitz.